Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Am I audible? My voice is coming? ऐसे हम सब कर सकते हैं. Okay. So let us start. ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाशादेश तारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं वन्देऽहं तत्कृपा श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानंद माधवम श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरम. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Welcome to the day 9 session of basic step by step basic Sanskrit grammar. So in previous classes we have studied the two very important concept, that is katvatu pratyay prayogah, katvatu pratyay prayogah and twa pratyay prayogah. Use of two important pratyay, that is called suffix, two important suffix, that is katvatu pratyay and twa pratyay. Katvatu pratyay is used in the replacement of, in the substitution of past tense verb. The verb which we use for past tense, for denoting past tense, the katvatu pratyay replaces that verb and it denotes the same meaning. It also denotes the same meaning and it is also very simple. In past tense verb we have to remember 18 forms, 9 forms of prasmepadi and 9 forms of atmanepadi. So it is difficult to remember these 18 forms or 9 forms of verbs. But if we are able to understand the katvatu pratyay, use of katvatu pratyay, then we will be able to make sentences and learn sentences of Sanskrit very easily. Because katvatu pratyay or katvatu suffix when used, then we will be able to make many sentences without considering person in first person, in second person and third person. We can use the same katvatu pratyay in all the three person, whereas the verb, the past tense verb is different in different persons. But when we use katvatu pratyay, then for the first person we can use patitvan, for the second person you can use patitvan, for the third person we can use patitvan. Sah patitvan, tvam patitvan, aham patitvan. The both, all the three are same. All the three is applicable, is valid. But in past tense verbs there is different forms. For example, in third person saha apathat, in second person singular, I'm talking about singular, second person tvam apatha, and first person aham apatham. Different forms you have to remember. 9 different forms of verb you have to remember for past tense. sentences. If you want to make past tense sentences, you have to remember so many forms. But if you are able to use katvatu pratyay, then you can easily make many sentences without bothering so much about the forms of verbs, different forms of verbs. You don't have to bother so much about different forms of verbs. As we know, to make sentences through katvatu pratyay. So katvatu pratyay is like miracle. It's like miracle. It's like boom. You can make different types of sentences using the one single pratyay. You don't have to remember so big group. Like it is like formula. Like in mathematics, we see that there is a long process of solving an equation, but there is one Vedic method also, in which when applied, you can solve the same process, same equation in 2 lines. Whether it's in today scenario, we see that we apply the process is so long that it takes 2 pages to solve one equation. But if we know shortcut method of applying some formula, then we can solve the same question in 2 lines. So same is the concept here of Katvatu Pratyay. Katvatu Pratyay solves the problem of remembering so many long forms of verbs. And instead of learning 9 forms of verb, you can apply the Katvatu Pratyay in all the 9 forms. One replacement. There is one replacement for all the 9 forms of verb. You can say sa patitvan, tau patitvan, te patitvantaha, like this. So here we have seen the example yesterday. Here vayam patitvantaha, sa patitvan, ayam atram dattvan. Only the differences in singular and plural, nothing else. Rest, all the sentences you can use, these all the pratyay you can use in all the three persons. Only one thing you have to remember is because after applying katvatu pratyay, the verb become noun, and noun has gender. It is masculine, feminine, and neuter. So according to gender, their forms changes. So you have to remember only the gender forms. That's all. And you don't have to bother so much about person, or whether first person, second person, or third person. You can apply this in any person. Sa patitvan, aham patitvan, tom patitvan. Both are correct. All three are correct. Only one thing you have to do is to remember that, but I have to apply patitvan. That's all. Then both three sentences are correct. That is the advantage of understanding Katvatu Pratyay. It simplifies our learning. It simplifies our writing. Okay, so there are two. Yes, yes, bro. Please ask question. Voice is not coming. Your voice is not coming. You can type. So it is like that. That Patitwan and Patitvanta. You have to only remember that singular and plural form. Patitwan is singular and Patitvanta is plural, masculine. And in feminine gender, Prishtavati and Prishtvatya. Yes, Prishtavati and Prishtvatya. Yes. So why don't we always use this form? Prabhu? Yes. This is only for past tense. This is only for past tense. In past tense, instead of past tense, you can use it. For past tense, you can use it. Yes, for past tense you can use it. But one thing that you need to remember is that this is noun, this is not verb, this is playing as a noun, but it will denote the same meaning as the verb has. So some rules we have to remember and we can apply it anywhere. It simplifies our spoken Sanskrit, it simplifies our writing and everything. It simplifies us. So it is like that. Okay, so remember the plural and singular form, that's all. And then we will be able to solve it. Patitwan, Patitvati, Gatwan, Gatpati. This is the neuter and masculine and feminine gender. Katotu per the important point we have we have studied. Subject and the past participle, their gender will be same, their person will be same, and their number will be same. Vachanam. If ekvachan, then ekvachan. If bahuvachan, then bahuvachan. Subject is ekvachan, then the object, the past participle will be also ekvachan. So see here, in third person also Kriditwan, in second person also Kriditwan, and in third first person also Kriditwan. See, you don't have to remember Akridat, Akridaha, Akridam. You simply remember Kriditwan and you will be able to do this. So this makes simplified. Now Twa Pratyay also what Twa Pratyay, how is it used? It is used for the subject doing one subject doing when a subject does two actions, the verbal form expressing the earlier action takes the affix katva. The first action form, the first action verb is will take twa pratyay. So like balaka kridati and balaka patati. So twa pratyay you apply here. So balaka kriditva patati. है ना? But you cannot apply twa pratyay in Suresa kridati Ramesa patati. Why you cannot apply? Because there is two subjects. Yes, two different subjects, so you cannot apply. One subject, one same subject is doing two activity, then you can apply. But if subjects are different, then you cannot apply. Okay, and we have also read about future tense. And here, away parte. Do you know? Remember away? Sloka of away. Sadisam trisu lingesu sarvasu cha vibhaktisu. And सर्वेषु च वचनेषु यन्न वेति तदव्ययम्. This sloka should be remembered. Sloka, speaking sloka, increases the part in the brain. है ना? Sir, Kajal, I will show you. Mr. Harjel, a scientist, researched on brain about Sanskrit sloka. The Sanskrit effect on brain by this scientist. Ever see a screen? Okay.
100 dhoti-clad young men sat cross-legged on the floor in facing rows, chatting amongst themselves. At a sign from their teacher, the hall went quiet. Then they began the recitation. Without pause or error, entirely from memory, one side of the room intoned one line of the text, then the other side of the room answered with the next line. Bass and baritone voices filled the hall with sonorous prosody, every word distinctly heard, their right arms moving together to mark the pitch and accent. The effect was hypnotic. Ancient sound reverberating to the room, saturating brain and body. After 20 minutes, they halted. It was just a demonstration. The full recitation of India's most ancient Sanskrit texts, the Shukla Yajurveda, takes 6 hours. Hindu Vedic Sanskrit Pandits train for years to orally memorize and exactly recite several millennia old oral texts, ranging from 40,000 to over 100,000 words. Sanskrit tradition is the self-awareness of the interaction of language with cognitive experience. In addition to being sophisticated and scientific language, Sanskrit also lends itself to be used in many interesting ways. In Raghava Yadaviyam, Venkatadhwari of 17th century narrates in a special method called Anuloma Viloma the story of Rama and also of Krishna if read in reverse. 30 slokas.
So, I'm not about to see this Sanskrit effect on brain. That we have to know. Yes, this scientific.
Sanskrit, which literally means perfected or refined, is one of the oldest human languages. Sanskrit is also regarded the world over for its unique way of learning, in which large texts are memorized verbatim. The four Vedas, the Upanishads, all have been preserved through this technique. While world over civilizations built large libraries to store knowledge, in India, through the tradition of Sanskrit, all the knowledge was stored in the human brain and passed from one generation to another. Since ages, this has been a mystery to the world. Now, through modern scientific research, this mystery seems to be unraveled at last. A study on Sanskrit effect, which has been reported in the journal Scientific American, has claimed that memorizing Vedic mantras enhances the brain regions associated with cognitive functions such as memory. The term Sanskrit effect was coined by American neuroscientist and Sanskrit scholar James Hartzell. Hartzell studied Sanskrit at Harvard and Columbia universities and cognitive neuroscience at the University of Trento. He discovered that memorizing Vedic mantras increases the size of the brain regions associated with cognitive processes. Hartzell's report was tested when he and his colleagues from the University of Trento in Italy collaborated with Dr. Nandini Chatterjee Singh of the National Brain Research Centre at Manesar in Haryana. This extensive research has established that through this unique memorizing technique used in traditional Sanskrit learning, brain's capacity significantly increases.
What we did was we compared professionally trained Vedic pundits, Yajurveda pundits from the Delhi area with carefully matched controls, and we found really large differences in their gray matter and cortical thickness between the two groups. So this is what's called a cross-sectional study, and cross-sectional studies show you that the phenomenon that you're interested in. So in this case, we're looking, is there some relationship of the brain plasticity or the changes in gray matter that might occur from this practice? Can we see such a difference between, and the way you look for that difference is you compare the two groups. Memorizers and reciters of Vedic Sanskrit and of associated texts, is there structural plasticity in their brains that's probably related to that practice? And we showed that for sure. We showed very dramatic differences in brain structure.
Now we have a scientific evidence to prove why Sanskrit is called the perfect or refined language.
Namaskaram everyone. Today I am going to chant Medhasaktam.
See, what I want to show that the brain memory power increases also one part of brain that also expands. So this scientist James Hartzell, he experimented the non-Sanskrit speaking people and the Sanskrit speaking people, and he recognized that the brain size of the Sanskrit speaking peoples increases. The memory power, the part of the brain which is responsible for memory, increases. So this is Sanskrit effect. He named the research. His research was the Sanskrit effect. He named it Sanskrit effect, in which he observed that those who are Sanskrit reciters, who are Sanskrit sloka reciters, their brain size increases, and also positive emotions increase, compassion increase, and many good qualities comes in a person who will speak, who learns Sanskrit, who spoke Sanskrit, whose life is Sanskrit. So it is like this very powerful effect. Not only I am saying, not the pundits or some Baba is saying, but even scientists also agree, they are also convinced that Sanskrit is powerful tool, and this Bhagavad and Bhagavad Gita is very powerful books. They change the life of person, they change the consciousness, they change the heart, they change the thinking. This is the magical, this is the spiritual effect, powerful effect of chanting. And it is all the scientists, the great scientists, the intelligent scientists, they are convinced. Honest scientists, they know that the spirituality is not what we say, hoax. It is not hoax, or it is not like mythology and nonsense. It is true and it is working. They have researched it. They have published. Many daring scientists they have published, but some scientists do not publish due to some peer pressure or some pressure. But most of the scientists agree and convinced that spirituality and spiritual elements are very powerful. So what I was trying to say is that this sloka we should remember the sloka, we should speak the sloka. You know? The effect of sloka learning is directly associated with our brain. So it definitely help brain. It also reduce our stress, anxiety. You chant the mantra 1 hour, half hour, 15 minutes, you'll feel definitely very relaxed, very stress level just goes down when you chant the mantra, when you chant the any mantra or any sloka, then your stress level definitely goes down very fastly. Just what you have to do is to just do the chanting without any interruption. Just put your mobile phone away, put your laptop away, and just sit and chant the mantra. 1 hour, 2 hour, half hour. You'll feel magic. This is the magic. Without it, we cannot work in society. So many stress will come on the brain. You will not be able to handle. You need a spiritual strength, you need a spiritual power that comes through the chanting of the mantras. The mantra have power. They are not ordinary mantras. They have power. I chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is a very powerful mantra. This is Maha Mantra. I chant, and the best hour of chanting is early morning. If you can chant before 4 a.m., before 4 a.m., then the power will superb energetic power will come to your consciousness, and then you work. But if you are waking up in the early morning, then you need to rest, take rest in daytime. After 10 a.m., you need to take day rest, little 1 hour, 2 hour day rest. Because if you are waking up early morning and if your sleep quota is not uh, fully completed, then you need to take some rest in daytime. And if you chant the mantra, you will feel amazing, auspicious, everything, and purity in your consciousness. Whole consciousness get purified when you chant the mantra. Very powerful mantra, magical. The fools only do not believe. Those who are fools, rascals, they do not believe in this. But those who are intelligent people, they believe because they feel it. It is the feeling. And it is the also is it the great scientists, the intelligent scientists agree with that, convinced. They have researched on the effect of mantra. They have published many research papers on this. So it is really very powerful. We have very powerful cultural tradition. We are just losing it. We are not trying to take it seriously. That is the big problem. If you take seriously, then these mantras have tremendous effect on the brain and on our consciousness. Just charges it. Power of God. You can feel the consciousness, God consciousness everywhere when you chant it regularly. Definitely. And if you able to follow some rules and regulations gradually. And if you are not following, even if you are not following the rules and regulations, then also these mantra have major effect. If you follow, then the effect, the 100% effect you can feel. But if you are not following, then also even 1% effect is so powerful. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that Arjuna, what you say about my power, I can create millions. He creates millions and millions of universes with one breath. In one breath. Through his body comes Mahavishnu, and through Mahavishnu, when Mahavishnu take out the breath, then millions and millions of universe just come out from his body, pores. And in that one small universe, we are living in a small Earth. There are 14 planets, in which Earth is the middle planet, in which we are residing in a small city. So we are so infinitesimal. We are so small. But if we take the name of the Lord, then the name is so much powerful, so powerful that it just affect our consciousness so deeply that it changes everything. So deep is the chanting. So you can feel the power of God, because this name and God is none different. The personality and the name is not different. In material world, they are different. Rajan is different, and Rajan name and Rajan is different. Antaryami Das name is different and person is different. But in a spiritual world, they are two. There is no difference between name and the personality. This is what I'm trying to especially emphasize on name, the chanting, mantra, sloka. We should remember the sloka. It is very important. So we have studied this in the previous class, and also I said that need to remember these words. Namati, natvan, pichati, pishtvan, pasyati, deshtvan, tishtati, sthitvan, gachati, gatvan, like this. Prishati, prishtva, udva, like this we have to remember it. Also avyayas are there. We need to remember it. Then comes sandhi, swar sandhi, vyanjan sandhi. Sandhi, we know, two letters when joined, they form new letter. And sandhi is of two types, swar sandhi, vyanjan sandhi. And again, swar sandhi is of six types. Savarnadin sandhi, guna sandhi, vriddhi sandhi, pururup sandhi, vyam sandhi, yant, vant sandhi is this. And with the same vowel when combined together, then new vowel, that is long vowel is substituted. That is Savarna Dirgha Sandhi. Name you can Sanskrit is very scientific. If you focus on the name of the Sandhi, Savarna Dirgha Sandhi. Then Savarna means same Varna and Dirgha means long vowel. So when two same Varnas combine, then the new long vowel is formed. That is A. A and A is combining, so becoming A. Similarly, E combining, then becoming big E. So this is Sandhi. Then we study all about this sadhu story and this. Then there is a question answer of 100 marks. This is homework for Saturday and Sunday. 8 lesson question. This was also homework. Yesterday I have given it. So are you doing the homework? Please try to do the homework, because without homework, without revision, you will not be able to take hold of these things. You will forget, because every day we are learning new concepts, so old concept will get out if you will not revise it. Yes, I try to revise it. Yes, please do the homework. It takes only 1 hour or 30 minutes. Now, ninth lesson. Navama Patha. Navamah Patha. Navamah Patha. विकार हेतौ सति विक्रियन्ते येषां न चेतांसि तदेव धीरः. They whose minds are not tempted, even where there is cause for temptation, are alone the brave. So who are brave? So when minds are not tempted, even when there is cause for temptation, they are brave. They are called dhira. Dhira peoples. They do not get tempted when there is cause for temptation. Okay, with this sloka, with this quote, we start our new chapter. Saha gantum ichhati. Saha gantum ichhati. He desires to go. He desires to go. Eshaha patitum salam gachati. Eshaha patitum salam gachati. He goes to a school to study. You also pronounce it. Iyam gatum uttisthati. Iyam gatum uttisthati. Bhaktaha devam vanditum devalayam gacchati. Bhaktaha devam vanditum devalayam gacchati. The devotee goes to the temple to salute God. The devotee goes to the temple to salute God. Maya kriditum gamyate. Maya kriditum gamyate. I go to play. I go to play. Maya kriditum gamyate. Maya kriditum gamyate. Ambaya paktum mahanasah pravishyate. Ambaya paktum mahanasah pravishyate. तेन खादितुम् उपहारमन्दिरं गम्यते। तेन खादितुम् उपहारमन्दिरं गम्यते। तया जयं प्राप्तुं धाव्यते। तया जयं प्राप्तुं धाव्यते. It is run by her to obtain victory. तया जयं प्राप्तुं धाव्यते. Okay. सर्वे चित्रं द्रष्टुम् इच्छन्ति. सर्वे चित्रं द्रष्टुम् इच्छन्ति. All wish to see the picture. All wish to see the picture. सर्वे चित्रं द्रष्टुम् इच्छन्ति. So why are some words combined and the words are separated? Sandhi, because of Sandhi. Upahar Mandiram is combined. Yes, because of Sandhi. Wherever the situation becomes like that, then the words combine. We will study it. Different types of situation when it comes like Upahar Mandir. Upahar ends with a letter and Mandir is ma. So there is Vyanjan Sandhi happens. So we will study it in the upcoming classes. Then there is some situation occurs. Then the Sandhi happens. So that's why the words combine. Combining means they are Sandhi or Samas. Two types of things. Sandhi or Samas. Sandhi is combination of letter and Samas is combination of words. When two words combine, then Samas. When two letters combine, then Sandhi. Yes. Sandhi letters, yes, Samas words. So it is like that. Different type of situations. I like Savarn Dirgh Sandhi. What is the situation of Savarn Dirgh Sandhi? How? When Savarn Dirgh Sandhi happens. When? When Savarna Dirgh Sandhi takes place. When two similar vowels come together. Then Savarna Dirgh Sandhi will happen. For example, Daitya Ari. Daitya Ari. So here two letters are coming. Daityaha, a letter, and Arihi, a letter. Two letters are coming together. So new Sandhi. Sandhi will take place here because situation is favorable. If it follows some situation, then Sandhi takes place. And then the words combine to become Daityari. Daityari. So like this, whenever this type of situation comes, then Sandhi happens. The words combine. Understood? Whenever such a situation comes, then Sandhi happens and the words combine. So that's why the words are combined here. Okay. So you can pronounce these words at your home. Recite these words, please, at your home, because I cannot recite all the words. Okay. Now here is in the above sentences, the star marked ones are words ending in tumun. Star, you can see star marks everywhere. Yeah, star marks you can see. So these star marks are what? Ending in tumun suffix or infinitives. They are ending with tumun suffix. Drashtum, patum, drashtum, praptum, khaditum. So tumun suffix here. Tumun suffix, a new suffix coming into picture. New suffix coming into picture. That is tumun pratyay. Tumun suffix. So what is the use of tumun pratyay? So these pratyay are very valuable, very important. If you can know the pratyay, then the learning Sanskrit it becomes very simple and easy. Writing and also conversation, Sanskrit, studying Sanskrit becomes very easy because pratyay makes the simplify so much that you need not to remember big dhatu, pratyay, sabdrup, dhaturup. Just apply pratyay and in all the three persons and you will get the answer. For example, see here. Infinitives are formed by, don't write please. When I am teaching then don't write. Infinitives are formed by adding the suffix tumun to the verb roots. So infinitives or tumun suffix. How they are formed? by adding tumun pratyay to verb roots. Like gum is verb root. Okay. Gum is verb root and tumun is suffix. So when you combine this, then it becomes gantum. Then pat is also verb root and tumun is a pratyay, so patitum. Okay. Special points: tumun suffix. The word coming as an answer to the question for what purpose is ending in tumun suffix. For what purpose? Tumun is used for what purpose? If you want to ask question or if you want to give answer, then you can say like aham patitum gacchami. Aham patitum gacchami. I go for study. I go for study. Kimartham gacchami. Why am I going? Patitum. For study. Patitum. Sah drashtum agachat. Sah drashtum agachat. He went to see. He went to see. Kimartham agachat. Why did he go? Why did he go? Drashtum, to see. Drashtum, to see. So for purpose, it is used for denoting some purpose. Like drashtum, to see. To see. Similarly, patitum, to study, for study or to study. So tumun is used for denoting the purpose. For what purpose I am going. And some verbs changes slightly when applied to tumun with them. Like naiti becomes netu, namti becomes nantum, pasati becomes drashtum, gachati becomes gantum, prichati becomes prashtum, pachati becomes paktum, gayati becomes gatum, likati becomes lekitum, milati becomes melitum, viviti becomes patum. That's Study the flowing sentences. Sita jalam harati. Sita jalam harati. Sita carries water. Bhima Duryodhanam praharati. This is new concept is coming. Now tumun pratyay concept is finished here. Now new concept is coming. Try to focus on the new word that is coming here. Sa punyam aharati. Raghu yagam aharati. Rama ravanam sangharati. Sarve chandrikayam viharanti. Guruhu samsayam pariharati. Sah vartate. Karyakramah pravartate. Eshah prati nivartate. Iyam तिष्ठति सा प्रतिष्ठते लोकयानं जनान् नयति रामः सीतां परिणयति वाल्मीकिः रामायणं प्रणयति बालः गच्छति गजः आगच्छति धूलिः उद्गच्छति जनकः विश्वामित्रं प्रति उद्गच्छति. Only 5 verbs harti, vartate, tishtati, nayati, gacchati are used in the above sentences. Note the change in meaning of the verb roots with the addition of particles like pra and v. So you can see that the word verb root is not changing. Same verb root is used in many sentences by adding the new letters like pra. The particles pro, etc., which are prefixed to the verb, causes change in their meaning. So they are changing their meaning by these letters. These are called upsargas or prepositions. These are 12. 12 prepositions are there. So they are pra, para, apasama, anu, ava, nisa, nira, dusa, dura, vi, ang, ni, adi, api, ati, su, ut, abhi, prati, pari, upa. So they are 22 in numbers. First is the preposition precedes the verb. The preposition precedes the verb. Like gacchati, agacchati. Gacchati, you put a in that, then it becomes agacchati. Sometimes the preposition changes the meaning of the verb. Like harti becomes praharti. Harti becomes praharti. So like this. In some cases, the preposition changes the prasnapadi into atmanepadi and vice versa. Tishtati become pratisthate, ramati become viramati. So harti become praharti. So meaning changes when you apply the preposition. And it always comes before the verb or the precedes. है ना? And meaning also changes. Preposition sometimes change the meaning. And some cases preposition also change the dhatu form of dhatu, like prasnapadi into atmanepadi and atmanepadi into prasnapadi. Like tishtati is prasnapadi dhatu, but when you apply when you add in tishtati, then it becomes pratisthate. It becomes atmanepadi dhatu. And ramte is atmanepadi dhatu, but when you add v in that, then it becomes viramati. That is prasnapadi. So the preposition change the form prasmai to atmani, atmani to prasmai, like this. More than one preposition can precede a verb. More than one preposition can precede a verb, like gachati, agachati, pratyut gachati. So you can place more than one preposition, like a and prati. Please. 5. One should be careful in using a preposition with a verb in the past tense. You know, like aharat, praharat, like apraharat, incorrect. Apraharat is incorrect. So we should be very careful when we are using the preposition in past tense. Like aharat is past tense. So we have to apply aharat, then it becomes praharat. Not like this, apraharat. This is incorrect. You know? Be very careful when we are applying with past tense verb. Now the next. नीलः मेघः चलति. The dark cloud moves. उन्नतः नारिकेलवृक्षः अस्ति. वस्त्रेण शोधितं जलं पिब. सर्वेषु स्थलेषु देवः अस्ति. अम्ब एकां कथां कथय. मलिनानि वस्त्राणि क्षालयामि. उदारः पुरुषः लोके विरलः. विधेयः छात्रः दुर्लभः. कातरा स्त्री वेपते. सा चतुरा बालिका. The star marked words Nila, Unnata, etc. in the option are adjectives. So preposition we have studied. Adjectives, the new concept of adjective is coming. Visheshanani, words expressing a quality or property of a noun are called adjectives. What is adjective? Expressing a quality or property of a noun are called adjectives. You know? They tell about the quality and property of noun, a special quality, a special property of noun, that is adjective. Neela Megha. Megha quality, Neel Megha, with the quality of cloud. Neela Megha. The Visheshan means Vishesh. It talks about Vishesh, something Vishesh about that noun. That is Visheshan. You see, here what we need to know is concept. If once we understand the concept, then it is very easy to, yes, it is very easy to apply these in sentences. By seeing the example we can apply it, but when you understand the concept, then it becomes very easy. And if you don't understand the concept, then the thing become very diff. Yes, what your confusion, where it is added the word and when it is not. Okay, when you have to add and when you have to not, this will come where you have to add, where you have not, है ना? Oh, in Visheshan. Neelaha Megha. First concept, have you understood what is Visheshan, what is adjective? Adding something to the noun, to decorate the noun, decorating it, flavor, adding flavor. That is Visheshan, adjective. Then In the above sentences like Neela Mega, Neela expresses the quality of logical adjective. Now comes rules. Rules will come also. Now the following point and the adjective not. Okay. The adjectives agree with the noun in gender. Understand this concept? The adjective agrees with the noun in gender. What gender? The noun is following, adjective will follow the same gender. This is clear? Then noun in case also. If noun is in nominative case or in instrumental case or in accusative case, so whatever case the noun is, the same case adjective will also follow. If noun is in accusative case, adjective will also be in accusative case. If noun is in nominative case, then it will be same. If noun is flying, then adjective will also fly. Understanding my example? The same gender, the same case. There is sloka also in this. Oh, just remembering. A number also. Vachan, Vibhakti, and Linga. The adjective follows the noun in these all three matters. Adjective, noun gender, noun case, and noun vachan. Whatever the vachan, gender, and cases, noun will have the same will be followed by that. Dhatus. Dhatus, verb roots, lakaras, tenses and mood, and ganas, classes. So dhatus, lakaras, and ganas. Dhatus means verb roots, lakaras means tenses and moods, and ganas means classes. Okay. Lakara tells about tenses and moods. Dhatuj is verb root, and ganas means classes. We have an idea of a few verbal forms in present tense, past tense, and future tense, and imperative mode in previous lessons. And now we shall know in general a few remaining forms. Lakara, a verb root take 10 kinds of affixes: lut, lit, lut, lit, late, lot, lung, ling, lung, ling, to convey different times and sense. Since the letter la is common to all the kinds, they are designated as lakaras. Among these, the late lakara is used only in the Vedas. However, the lakaras are still 10 in number in the classical Sanskrit, since the ling lakara is further divided into Vidling and Asir ling. So lakaras are 10 in numbers. Different times of sense. Since the letter law is common to all the 10 kinds, they are designated as lakaras. Because law is in every, so they are called lakar. Among these, the late lakar is used only in the Vedas. Yes, late lakar is only used in Vedas. So we'll not talk about this. However, the lakaras are still 10 in number in the classical Sanskrit. There are two types of Sanskrit, classical and Vedic. Okay, two types of Sanskrit have division, classical and Vedic. Since the linga lakar is further divided to Vidling and Asirling. Yes. So actually 12 lakaras are there because ling lakar is divided further to classes, that is Asirling and Vidling. All these lakaras are substituted by ting. A word ending in ting substitute. Affix is tigant, but it is a verb kriya padam. That's why they are called tigantam also, because ting is added into it. Ting suffix are found. Conjugational affixes are totally 18 in number. They are 18 in number. This ting, affix or suffix. They are classified into two groups of 9 each. The first group is named as Prasmipad and the second group as Atmanepad. Okay, they have 18 forms. The first 9 is called Atmanepad and the last 9 is called Prasmipad. Total 18 in number. Each of these is again divided to Pratham Purush, Madhyam Purush, Uttam Purush, Ekvachan, Dvivachan, Bahuvachan. Like this division is, you can see the division. The first 18 Prasmipad and the next 18 and first 9 in Prasmipad and first 9 in Atmanepadam in all the three Purusas, Pratham Purush, Madhyam Purush, Uttam Purush, and singular, dual, and plural. Like this. The abbreviation pratyahar is done by adding T of tip and Na of mahing. Therefore, thing includes 18 affixes. Okay. Pratyahar is done by adding T of tip and Na of mahing. है ना? So ting pratyay, how it forms? Oh no, he is telling about pratyahar, how to make pratyahar. So by adding T of tip and Na of mahing becomes ting. So ting includes 18 affixes. These assume different forms in different lagaras. है ना? These 18 affixes have different forms in different lakaras. All the same, they are known as ting or lut and lut, etc. as the cases may be. For this very reason, all the verbal forms are referred to as a tigantas. Like abhavat, ta, bhavatu become tu, vardate become te, vardam become tam. So they all have ting pratyay in it. Only Prasmapada affixes are enjoined after certain verb roots. These verb roots are termed as Prasmapadis. A few others take Atmanepadi terminations and therefore they are called Atmanepadi verb roots. So according to the affixes, they become like when they are ending with T, then they are Prasmapadi, and ending with Te, then they are Atmanepadi. What is the termination letter, last letter? According to them, they are Atmanepadi and Prasmapadi. They are recognized generally like this. Ending letter is what? T or Te. Okay. Okay. So there are 2, 3, 4 concepts we have learned today. New concepts. है ना? Tumun. Then after tumun comes the prepositions, and then the adjectives, and then this lakaras and the thing pratyay. है ना? These comes verb roots dhatu. So 3, 4 concepts we learned today. Lut, lung, lung. Okay, what this lakaras tells? They tells about the tense and mood. Two things they will generally tell: tense and mood. So lut lakar tells about present tense. Tense means time, present, past, future. Lung, lung, and lit is generally used for past tense. Let lakar is Vedas. Ling lakar or causal relationship in the absence of accomplishment of action. Lut and lit is future tense. Lot with ling asil language, command, request, etc. Benediction. All is summed up in the verse below. So this you can remember it. लड वर्तमाने लेड वेदे भूते लुंग लिंग लट लिटस्तथा विद्या आशीषोस्तु लिंग लोटौ लिंग लिटौ लुंग भविष्यति. So all the lakaras you can remember it or use future use like लड वर्तमाने लेड वेदे भूते लुंग लिंग लिटस्तथा विद्या विद्या आशीषोस्तु लिंग लोटौ. Vision is probably the easiest. Yes. Ling loto, ring lito, lung bhavishyati. So these are bhavishyati, bhavishyat kal. Okay. Scheme of tenses. Time consists of present, past, future. If an action has begun but not yet completed, it is present tense. If the action is already complete, it is past tense. On the other hand, if the action is not yet begun, it is future tense. Okay. Tenses are present tense, past tense, and future tense. Not yet completed, present tense. Completed, past tense. And not yet begun. एक तो वन इज की बिगनिंग हो गया है लेकिन कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ है, नॉट कंप्लीटेड, सो इट इज प्रेजेंट. एंड वन इट action is completed, so it is past tense. And one case the action has not started, that is future tense. So past tense is also threefold. What? Samanya bhut, that is today's action. Immediate past is another bhut, and remote past is paroksh bhut, that is very far. Today is the time gap between 12 o'clock overnight and 12 o'clock night. Action not pertaining to today is anyadatan. Immediate, which is not adyatan, is anyadatan. The action which falls outside our direct perception is paroksha bhut or remote past. Lung, lung, and lead lakara is used in the sense of anadan bhut, samanya bhut, and paroksha bhut. Okay. Three things we have to remember. Today's action, that is samanya bhut, imperfect, immediate past, another anyadatan bhut, immediate past. Like today is the time gap between 12 o'clock overnight and 12 o'clock tonight. That is, whatever activities will happen between these two timings, that will come under anyadatan. That is not adyatan and is anyadatan. The action which falls outside our direct perception is paroksha bhut or remote past, like lam lulu laga is used especially in the senses of the paroksha bhut. The action does not belong to either remote past or immediate past, but meet only as just completed. Then the time of the action is merely samanya bhut. Then the time of the action is merely samanya bhut. Just completed, that is samanya bhut. Henceforth, time from 12 o'clock to night is first future. Anyadatan bhavishyat. In this sense, lut lakar is used. On the other hand, lit lakar, second or simple future, is employed in the sense of indefinite future. Samanya bhavishyat. Say that ling lakar is employed in the sense of conditional supposition when the action has not taken place. This may be better understood by the illustration. Had there been rains, there would have been plenty of crops. There are two actions, raining and crops, becoming plenty. Farmer is the cause for the latter. So there is causal relationship. Hetu madbhava between the two. It means that there is another rain or plenty of crops, and therefore the action has not occurred. The lakara that brings forth this sense is ling, some junctive mood, conditional past or future. Prabhu is the definition of today, modern definition, traditional definition. Yes. It is modern definition, traditional definition. Yeah. Not in traditional definition, but modern, because English grammar also use these types of things to denote. So this we will study tomorrow. Tomorrow we will start with this. Because too many concepts will not be able to understand. We'll understand it tomorrow. Sandhya is also there, and so Katha is also there. So we'll start tomorrow with this new concept of this tense, lakar. So today we have studied about four new things, four new concepts. That is, yes, we'll definitely will do tomorrow. So today what we have done, quick revision. Tumun pratyay. What is tumun pratyay used for? For denoting some purpose. For what purpose the action is done. So purpose. Yes, for purpose, like खादितुम, अहम खादितुम इच्छामि, मैं खाने को इच्छुक हूँ. I want to eat. So to eat is my purpose for activity. Whatever activity is doing, the tumun pratyay will tell the purpose of the activity. Aham pathitum ichhami, I want to study. Aham drashtum ichhami, I want to see. To see, the seeing is a purpose. So for that purpose, tumun pratyay is used. Tumun suffix is used. Okay. So tumun definitely what tells? Tumun tells about the purpose. For what purpose the action is happening. Then comes prepositions like pra, para. So when they are added to some verb, then three, four things happens like meaning changes. The verb atmanepadi into prasmepadi into atmanepadi happens. And also their meaning changes sometimes. Meaning also changes. Their verbal forms changes. And then we learnt about, okay, let me revise it with showing you, like this. So first we have read about tumun pratyay. So tumun is used for denoting purpose. Then comes preposition. Okay. So preposition, when applied, then it has effect like, first effect is it precedes the verb. Second is changes the meaning of the verb. Third is prasnapadi into atmanipadi, atmanipadi into prasnapadi. Fourth is one preposition can precede a verb, and more than one can precede. And five is we have to be very careful in applying in past tense. These five things we have learned. Position. Then comes adjective. So adjective tells about the quality of noun, like Neela, Mega. So adjective has three things we learned about that. That adjective will follow the noun in gender and in cases and also in number. Whatever the case, number and gender, the noun will take, the same will be followed by the adjective. Then comes the lakara, and which we study tomorrow. Lakara will tell about the mood and tenses. We will study about it. It is very deep concept. So we'll study tomorrow how the lakara. There are 10 lakaras, in which one is late lakara, which is not used in the classical Sanskrit, but it is used in Vedic literatures. And what these lakaras are generally used for have been given here. This sloka, if you remember, then we will be able to use it. We will be able to know which tense we have to apply it. So this is very important. कटिंग कैसे होता है? How this cutting happens? It's बहुत important. I want to paste it in the group. Important to remember. I pasted it in WhatsApp group. Okay. This is very important. Then this scheme of tenses will study tomorrow. From 168 we will start tomorrow. Okay. 168. So 4 new concept. You have to revise it in homework. And 168 we will start from 168 page. Start tomorrow. After that, After that, we have two holiday, Saturday, Sunday. So on that, we can do our 100 marks question answer that is given in the book. We have to do it. Okay. So tell me more about what is going in your life. Why your mic is not connected? Very. Oh. Yes, busy. My life is also busy. Yes. To chant the mantra and go for the service, then you'll feel that, oh, very peaceful. This mantra has tremendous magical effect. When chant in the morning, then it is very wonderful. It shows very wonderful effect when we work. Then work stress do not overcome us. You will able to overcome work stress. You will be able to overcome all types of anxieties. You will be able to tolerate the ups and downs. It is very powerful. This mantra is like protection shield. In the morning, you chant and you just wear the shield. Yes. So 4 a.m. before 4 a.m. I wake up. I wake up generally 2:30 a.m. or 3 a.m. And after taking bath, I chant. That whole day I go on with peaceful mind. This is a stress relieving factor. It's very powerful mantra. Only thing what we have to do is to change our habits. Our habit become very wrong. We sleep late at night and wake up late in the morning. That is the problem in today's society. If we sleep early at night, then we will be able to wake up early in the morning. And if you chant early in the morning, then you will see the effect. But most of the people do not apply this. That's why they are struggling. They are facing the problem. But there are many examples we see those who have applied this. They are tremendous. They are doing tremendous work. They are excellent. Because this mantra is very magical, very powerful in this Kali Yuga. And this mantra is especially meant for this Kali Yuga peoples. Yes, this Maha Mantra has infinite potency. Because as I told you that this mantra is same as God. Same as God. Think Krishna. So much powerful the God is. So how powerful this mantra will be? It has same potency as God has. Krishna has. This mantra is very powerful. But hardly the people practice it. That is the unfortunate thing. If it is practiced, this mantra is chanted with rules, without rules and regulations, this is so much powerful. If it is followed with rules and regulations, then it has wonderful effect. This Maha Mantra. So you try, do it. Only thing is change the habits. If your habit is sleeping late in the night and waking late in the morning, that is not very nice. If you change it, then you can feel the mantra effect. Morning time is best time for meditation. Daytime is not very good. Yes, you can meditate for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes. Yes, you'll feel the power. I think you should meditate 15 minutes. 15 minutes, and they gradually you can increase to 30 minutes. So duration you give. So how much duration you give, that much effect will be there. Like if you give 30 minutes to this mantra, then that effect will be Great. So time duration is important because this mantra is not living name. This is living name. This is not dull matter. Dead matter. Dull living. It reciprocates. So as respect we give to this Mahamantra, that much respect it reciprocates also. It reciprocates like a living person. This name, this Mahamantra is living. So it reciprocates to the chanter who chants this mantra. It reciprocates. So as much respect, as much rules and regulations we will be able to follow, that much this mantra has effect. Very powerful, very powerful, very beautiful. Infinite. My limited brain cannot purify this Mahamantra. I have limited brain, I am limited, infinitesimal soul. All powerful God can give, can empower anyone to do wonderful. Yes. Yes. How long do you chant for and how many times in a day? I chant daily 2:30 a.m., 3 a.m. It is 1 hour. 1 hour. 1 hour in morning time and rest in the evening. 2 hours I generally chant. 1 hour in morning time and 1 hour in daytime or evening time whenever I got time. Because services are there. I have services. So that is you meditate on morning very good. 12 to 20 minutes. You increase your time duration. You will feel the effect. How what time you sleep? If you sleep at 9 p.m., then it is good. 9 p.m. Then you can wake up at 3 p.m. 3 a.m. morning, and after bath, taking bath or not taking bath, you can chant. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Very nice to meet you. We'll meet tomorrow. So try to revise these four concepts: tumun pratyay, preposition, adjective, and this lakar. These four we have to memorize it. We have to remember it. Then we will start with 168. Thank you very much.